Go ahead, Andrew Stevens is asking, tell us, where did the Captain come from?
He
got that name.
Used to wear the captain's hat when he was with the Beach Boys as a backup musician. And that's where they called him Captain Keyboard when he worked with them, so that's where
it's quite a simple concept.
And it stuck. Is it, you worked together, you were saying, during the commercial break. You were together 24 hours a day for 7 years. And there was static in your marriage. No, the marriage obviously went very well. So now your marriage has reached a plateau where you're very secure with each other, so there is a lot of independence and freedom.
Yeah.
Because those first 7 years are always kind of like that.
Well, we work together, you know, all the time, and this is the first really year that we've had a chance to breathe, where we've sat back and said, hey, let's don't do anything for a while. Let's relax and you know, do a few choice things that we really want to do and take some time.
Is it the toughest business in the world to be married in, considering you're working together,
I don't know. How do you know? Because you don't have anything to compare it.
I think it might be tougher if you work the day shift and he worked the night shift. I mean, there are people that do that, and I think that's even harder because you never get to know each other. You never see each other. It can be tough because you're in the public eye all the time, and everything you do is, you know, looked at and, you know, talked about and misconstrued a lot of the times, you know, like you're twins. You know, we've had that sort of thing, too.
Do you party a lot?
No, very little. Very little. We're just not party people.
I want to have a Halloween party.
Daryl.
Do you? What do you do as?
No, I like Halloween, you know. I'm one of those people. I was a sailor last year. You know, very uncreative.
Right.
But
why does Halloween appeal to you?
I don't know. Actually, our latest album has a lot of Halloween-type sounds in it, come to think of it. It's kind of minorish and...
Interesting, that concept. It's really a commentary on all kinds of lifestyles and...
It's a commentary on relationships, people's relationships to each other. And before, we always did whatever song struck our fancy, whether it was about muskrats or being in the woods or whatever. And this time we decided when we sat down to put the album together that we were going to choose songs that would fit a feeling that we wanted to get across. And each one of those, I wrote half the songs on the album, which is very unusual for me to write that many, but I was inspired by the whole idea. Good. And there's a song on there about a woman who is in love with a married man and can't stop herself. There's a song about people who go out and party and boogie all the time looking for love, and the kind of love they're looking for they never find in those places. Right. And there's a song that we'll do later that I wrote for Daryl. It's the update of The Way I Want to Touch You, which was the first song I ever wrote for him. This one is how I feel about him now after having lived with him for 8 years. And that's a song about how people feel when they've been married together for a long time and still like each other. So there's different kinds of relationships expressed in this album. It's
really
about
nice
people
idea.
and how they feel about each other.
And there's a lot of excitement about this album, too.
Yeah.
You think it's your best work, too, don't you?
It's the best.
Daryl? God, I thought he passed away right on the show. We were getting ready to run the credits over him.
He's so used to me answering when I don't.
Oh, you can't do that. That's radio. You can't do that.
No. There's the album cover.
We think it's the best album we have ever done in our career, and we're just very excited. We have a new label. We're with Casablanca now, and we're very excited about Casablanca working with us, and they're into our thing. They know what we're into, and we think it's going to be great. Now,
the song you've written in this album for Daryl is Baby, You've Still Got It.
Baby, You Still Got It, which he does.
Oh, that's... We're going to hear it in song right after this commercial.